4344 or visit owncapitalwealth.com. Don't miss the opportunity to invest in your success.
All right, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Against All Live Sports Radio Show. I'm Javon Base the Legacy.
Bruce Peaceful Ballard.
All right, so we wasn't here last week because Bruce birthday. So happy birthday to Bruce.
Thank you.
It ain't not just that we took the week off to get today's show together as well. So first things first, I'd like to welcome y'all back. Hope y'all all had a good weekend. How was your weekend, Bruce?
My weekend was restful.
Blissful. Okay.
Restful.
Restful and blissful.
Yep.
All right, so
how was yours?
It was cool. Can't complain. Only thing I can say is in about 27 minutes, the Cavs will be playing the Suns. So let's get to the Cavs.
We got to watch the good Cavs and the bad Cavs last weekend.
What they call them? Jekyll Hyde?
That's for sure. Schizophrenic.
They looked good against Boston and the Timberwolves, but then just looked like a what you call them, like a pickup game.
Well, they did what they're supposed to do Friday. And then Saturday they had a rest. And then Sunday they didn't show.
Man, they played pathetically yesterday against the Nets.
The Nets don't even have players on their squad no more.
Who do they got?
I have no idea. They all left.
They deactivated what's his name? The one that always injured every year.
Simmons?
Yeah, Ben Simmons.
Yeah, Ben Simmons deactivated.
I mean, that was not a shot. We already knew he was gonna be injured.
Simmons should have still been in college.
He should be just at home because he's wasting time.
He would have developed, got stronger.
Possibly.
Yeah, possibly.
But they,
he was healthy. His freshman year, he was healthy.
They created all that hype for him, though.
Yeah.
You know, it's what they do.
Well, they didn't have much in that draft, so they had to create somebody.
You're right. So, what do you think about tonight's game?
I think we're gonna get a smackdown.
Smackdown.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the Cavs was 41-23. We slid down a spot to number 3 in the Eastern Conference. We're right behind the Bucks and Boston. So Boston's 1, Milwaukee's 2. We're number 3. What do you think we might end up at?
After the day?
No, I'm saying
overall.
Yeah.
4.
I think we're gonna do the rematch of the Knicks.
Yeah, I think we're end up at 4.
We too inconsistent. I think
so too.
So we will finish in the top 5, right? Of the Eastern Conference.
Yeah,
right?
we're gonna finish the top 5.
All right, so we both agree to that.
I mean, they got it because that's what they finished last year. They finished less than that. What's his name? Definitely got him. Right now it's iffy.
So tonight, in about 25 minutes, we got the Cavs versus the Suns. The Cavs are at home, right?
Yep.
All right, so they at the field house. The Suns is 37-27.
Coming off a 3-day rest.
Yep.
And East Coast trip. First game of the East Coast trip.
Wow. I think they're so what's your predictions on tonight's game, man?
Phoenix wins this one.
Phoenix?
Yeah.
So we're not gonna show up at home, huh?
No.
Nothing, right? You don't get nothing out the tank?
No.
Ah, man, that's.
But we've been surprised because we didn't expect anything from Celtics.
I did.
You call that one?
I did call that one. I was talking to a friend of mine. He was like, "Oh man, the Cavs, man, they stink, man. They're gonna lose the ball." I said, "This is the game they're gonna win. Watch." And guess what?
They won.
They won that game.
About the Timberwolves. You expected that one?
I did say they was gonna win that one, but that was just me going. I think for me, I just think they played to the
level of the talent.
Exactly, the level of the talent.
So you're gonna think they're gonna pick it up against the Suns tonight.
Yeah, I think they stunk it up so bad yesterday.
They're gonna beat the Suns
that they got it. Nah, they ain't gonna win.
They ain't gonna win.
But
they're gonna play better.
They're gonna play better. They're gonna show you that they're gonna fight back. They're gonna show you
a close game, or it's not gonna be like we got blown out.
Close game.
We got blown out last night.
It's gonna be a close game because they can't do what they did last night. So it's gonna be a little bit closer.
Play harder tonight.
Yeah, play harder. And then Channel 43. This is for Cleveland.
Oh, this is another game on 43?
No, this next Wednesday against the Heat.
I think it's the 20th.
It's the Heat. The Heat, yeah. Next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Not this Wednesday.
Yeah, they won the game that was on 43.
Yeah.
On Friday. They had to.
Yeah, they had to.
Because the first game was 43 in decades.
Since LeBron, when he first got here.
Well, that's almost two.
Yeah.
That's a decade.
Yeah, pretty much.
20 years?
That's a lot.
I thought a decade was 10, but I found
It
it
is.
was 20. I was like,
A decade is 10.
is it?
Yeah.
Someone I recently heard.
2 decades is 20.
Oh, I thought it was. I think someone on the radio said a decade was 20. I was like,
They need to go get
they
re-educated.
were wrong. Okay.
Yeah, they got to get.
I thought a decade was 10. Decade was 10. Since when a decade?
So do you?
So 2 decades, yeah.
Yeah. So this is the last question for the Cavs. Are the Cavs ready to go to the playoffs deeper than last year?
Not at this point in time, no.
I could agree. The way they stunk yesterday, it just shows you we're not ready.
No, and the coach can't figure out how to get them motivated, nor
Sometimes it's time for a coaching change.
rotation.
Sometimes.
We already know it's been a time for a coaching change, but this is a decent season right now for Bickerstaff, so
Yeah.
it's up to him.
Is it? Is it?
I think the ball. I think the power's in his hands. I mean, they brought him back.
Yeah.
So you got a coach now and figure this out. Otherwise, it's on him. 10 years.
All right. So let's go to the NCAA March Madness is coming.
The tournaments are this week.
Yeah, it's coming soon.
All the division tournaments.
That's St. Patrick's Day. You got to remember that's when the tournaments kind of start around that area.
St. Patrick's Day, yeah.
So I don't know about everybody else, but there's not too much hype in NCAA this year.
Pretty much everybody thinks Connecticut is going to repeat.
Repeat?
Yeah.
Mm.
But Houston looks pretty good. And Purdue with Edie is going to be a load. Now, I think they went to the Final Four last year and lost because when Edie gets around the more athletic bigs,
right,
they shut him down. But we'll see because this is where Edie's got to prove that he's either the number one person coming out of the draft or he's going to be in the top 5.
We'll see. Like, for me, I like the NCAA, tournament. But I just think this year it's more hype around the girls than the men's.
One player.
But I'm saying it's more hype around the girls than the men's. And I ain't saying that, the one player ain't the reason or whatever. But I'm saying at least they got something that everybody's drawing their attention to.
Well, you would think with South Carolina being 31-0, the attention would be on South Carolina.
But maybe everybody know that's not a realistic situation when it comes to the tournament.
With 31-0, I think. But LSU won last year. This year, South Carolina won before. But 31.
It's possible.
I mean, 31-0, you should be the story because Iowa has lost a couple of games.
You're right. You should be the story, but
Clearly,
still second.
Clark.
You're still second.
Yeah. Well, actually, they're not even second.
No, I'm saying you second to her.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, the men's don't have much noise. I mean, there's really no. I mean, if Edie was a power forward or a 3 instead of 5, who doesn't really shoot jump shots, I mean, he'll dunk on you and stuff. But if he was more of a victim, I mean, if he even just had some talent, like if he was I don't know what type of last big time center. What's the name in LA at the center?
Oh, Davis?
Yeah, Davis. If he had that mobility like Davis had, Edie would be a big story. Edie's just a lumbering.
He's just a piece of lumber.
Just a big dude.
Yeah.
That basically, I mean, they're big guys in the pros, so there's 300-pounders in the pros. They ain't gonna be that big in the pros. He'll be bigger than most. But if he can't step out and do that stretch 5 shot.
Right. Speaking of pros, let me go back one step. The Cavs have the Pelicans, Houston, Pacers, and Heat. What do you see that record being at that point with those 4 games? You got the Pelicans, Rockets, Pacers, and Heat.
2-2.
2-2.
Yep.
I believe they can beat the
Rockets and
Rockets.
Pacers.
It's gonna be hard. They could be. I see them being 2-2.
I see them 2-2. The way they've been schizophrenic.
Yeah. But do they get Spider back
before these last games?
Before it's over with. Before those 4 games over with.
He has a knee bruise, so maybe not. Maybe get him the last one just to give him a tune-up.
So yeah, I agree. We'll probably go 2-2 on that one for sure. All right, y'all. Let's talk about what we've been waiting for. And last night got some crazy news. But before we get into that news, let's talk about the Browns trade for Jerry Jeudy for a 5th and 6th round pick. I believe that is actually a steal for those late round picks.
If Jeudy likes it here, because if he's disgruntled like he normally supposedly is, but to me,
but he got a better system.
It's a trade. Yeah, he got a better system, but it's a trade. He seems like he wants to be the number 1 receiver, but he ain't gonna be the number 1 receiver here now with Amari. But he will get a lot of looks.
He's a complimentary number 2.
He'll get a lot of looks.
He's a complimentary too, though. Like you said, he's going to get more looks than the other guy that we traded for from the Jets.
Elijah Moore.
He's going to get more looks. Moore, we had our experiment with him, and it didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So they like, look, we got to get us a true number 2. And I think they hit right on the nose with this trade. I think Jeudy is a good number 2. I don't see him as a number 1. I definitely see him as a number 2.
They say his hands are suspect. So, like, if we're going to be like 50-50, he catches it. Better than Schwartz, but 50-50, he catches it.
Are they suspect? I don't know.
That's what
I just felt like his team was suspect.
Well, I mean, it's going to be cold here just as Denver. So we'll see.
I think it was you playing where you didn't want to play.
You think he was disgruntled and he just didn't feel it.
But I ain't catching that. No. Catch a cold, that's it.
We'll find out. I mean, we're gonna have enough talent that you can't double team Cooper and you can't double team Jeudy. And you can't double team
So are they you think they'll move more to the slot?
I think they'll keep more slot.
I think that would be a good fit for him.
Jeudy, of course, will be the 2 receiver.
I think that would be a good fit for it.
Yeah, that'll be a good fit for more. Him. And then the question is it going to be Tillman or Bell in that next slot?
Tillman. I think since you drafted Tillman and you put more into Tillman, I think you go ahead and,
Well, the fight's probably going to be between Bell and Tillman for that 4th receiver spot at this time.
They don't fight for it. That's what I feel.
And then the fifth spot, where we're going, who's available right now for that? Oh, they're bringing back Hartley and some other guys, Hartley and Bradley. And maybe, and if you draft somebody, you might as well say that's going to be easy to come in for your 4 or 5 spot.
But I mean, it don't matter. But at this point, you just concentrating on Jeudy because you traded to get him. You want him to be your number 2. So you got to go out there and perform as a number 2. He can't go out there and just be dropping balls and not catching nothing.
No.
So he has to play. He has to be efficient. He has to be better than he was in Denver.
Well, there's no guarantee that he's going to be 2 or and that getting just at that 2 spot because you got Njoku, and Njoku's basically a mismatch for most of the deep backs and safeties. So
yeah, he is.
You throw Njoku probably your 2nd choice, and then Jeudy's your 3rd choice.
Yeah. Yep.
So once again, he's drafted. He won like, hey, Jeudy, you want to come to play for the Browns, and you might be the 3rd or 2nd choice. You cool with that? Yeah, you here.
So Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or whatever you're watching this from, What do y'all think about Judy? Texas, throw it on the screen. Let us know what y'all feel about Jerry Judy. You think he's a solid number 2? And I ain't talking about a dump either. But
now, see, we got.
Let us know if he's a real number 2.
If we had got Cortland Sutherland, then that
well, you know they wouldn't get
that was definitely a dog.
Yeah, you know they wouldn't get Sutton up. You already knew they wouldn't get.
But I thought Judy was good until I heard them say, "Well, Judy, he drops the ball."
And I just think he didn't want to be in Denver, though. To be truthful with you, I just don't think he wanted to be there in Denver.
I just don't. I'm like, with Stefanski as coach, if we need him here to pout,
I don't think he's gonna pout here. I think he wants to get out of Denver, like the city. Like
you think
I don't think he wants to be there.
So now Elijah Moore got to go down to the fourth receiver, because like I said, Njoku is either gonna be 2 or 3.
True that.
And what's the name? So Elijah Moore,
he's gonna be
down
4th.
To the 4th receiver.
Yep, he'll be in the slot.
Put him in that. Yeah,
he'll be in the slot.
Slot.
He should be able to eat something.
I mean, and as receiver wise, he's the 3rd receiver, but with Njoku, makes him the 4th receiver option.
True that. All right, y'all. So, of course, y'all probably heard, and I don't want to mention their names, but we know that the AFC North now is a powerhouse division. They just acquired Russell Wilson for 1 year.
Yep.
And that was kind of a smart pickup. I hate to say it.
We knew there was either him or Fields.
True that. But in their mind, if they get him, they don't have to pay all that money to Fields.
Right.
So they already know that he's getting all this money from Denver, and all they got to do is pay him a minimum of $1 million for 1 season, which is brilliant. And somebody earlier today was talking to me about, oh man, they gonna be trash. And I gotta respect.
Who's gonna be trash?
That's what I said. They're not gonna be trash.
He ain't talking about Pittsburgh.
Yeah. I said, no, man. Listen.
He don't know nothing about football now.
I hate to say this, but Tomlin's a good coach. He's a good coach, man. He's a great coach.
He won with bums at quarterback.
And took him to the playoffs.
Do with Russell Wilson?
Exactly.
And Russell was what, 6-4 before he got shut down or something like that?
But this is what makes this whole division a powerhouse division now. Only thing is, Cincinnati might take a fall because now T. Higgins, he wants to be traded.
Yeah,
he still got him.
He's going.
Yeah, he want to get paid.
Yeah, he want to get paid. But Cincinnati can't hold that payroll anyway.
Nah, they can't. So, like I said, now you got a powerhouse division.
Yeah.
So, this is my question: who is going to be the weak link you feel from the AFC North?
Wow. Without Russell Wilson being the oldest one, I'm still gonna say Pittsburgh. But Tomlin has not had a losing season yet. But we know if Burrow is healthy.
I'm gonna go with
Burrow is healthy.
I'm going with Burrow and Cincinnati for them to be the weakest because they're losing too many weapons. They losing potentially T. Higgins. It may be Boyd. Maybe. So you losing 2 of your best. They had the best 3 receivers in the game.
They certainly did. But what good is those best 3 receivers if you don't have Burrow?
He's back.
Now Burrow's back. So now you get guys that want to play with Burrow.
For sure.
Be receiver.
I mean, we'll find out tomorrow who's going to be signed. Cincinnati might say, forget it then.
Well, I mean, looking at the coach of Pittsburgh, it's like he hasn't a losing season. He's a real coach. I wouldn't put it past him, but if I look at who has the weakest quarterback, it's Pittsburgh. But he's not really the weakest quarterback, but only because he just hasn't played that well in the last several years. But he really ain't got to do much with that Pittsburgh offense.
Right.
Because he's going to do nothing but really run the ball and play good defense and position him to make good throws, which you can make any throw.
Their whole DNA was just defense anyway.
Yeah.
And just play safe offense pretty much.
But if I look at on paper who has the worst, who probably will have the worst season would be Cincinnati.
I feel like Cincinnati might not, unless they sign something tomorrow, because free agency kind of starts.
Receiver, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, Well, if Reader leaves, that puts a hole in that defensive front line.
Yeah.
So it all depends. I mean, if they can keep some players there and add some receivers, which I think they can. I mean, the receivers are down a dozen really. And Burrow, because Burrow won a game on his own. He did that the year when they went to the Super Bowl.
Right.
He made some big plays. Nobody thought that year
They didn't.
they were going to do anything.
But he's ice cold, man.
He just had only 3 games.
He's ice cold. Burrow, man.
So I can't count Burrow out. I'm
not counting him out. I'm talking about he got to have tools. He got to have people to throw it to.
Like I said,
besides Chase. And Chase is, he is, he's injury prone.
Chase, yeah. Well,
he's injured every season. Just like T. Higgins.
If Burrow is the man, he's gonna find a way to win, just like Brady did when Brady didn't have the receivers. I don't think the receivers gonna stop Brady. I think
you right.
Burrow
just need a couple hands.
Just need guys that can, just
a couple hands.
Yeah.
He don't need you to do nothing spectacular.
Nope.
Just throw it to you in the breadbasket, catch it, and you go from there.
Get a couple of speed guys and some guys that catch him, and if they keep mixing, they still got your running game.
Yeah, I believe they will because he's cheap.
So I'm gonna go with the.
That's hard, man.
My heart wants to say Pittsburgh, but I'm gonna go.
No, I don't think Pittsburgh.
I mean, my analytics want to say Cincinnati, but I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh. I'm gonna say Pittsburgh.
I'm gonna roll.
Cincinnati has a better year, I think, than Pittsburgh does this year.
I'm gonna roll with Cincinnati because their defense it's not good. You need it. I think if you look at the defenses in the AFC North, everybody got a defense but Cincinnati. If you look from, hold on, Queen might be gone.
Who?
Queen from Baltimore.
Oh, Queen.
Yeah. So I don't know. Baltimore will find a replacement for him. So look, you got Baltimore, Browns, and Pittsburgh. Those are three good defenses.
Yeah.
What Cincinnati defense got? Name a person.
Reader.
That's it. But he's not better than nobody technically on the Browns.
At defensive tackle? Come on. He's better than all the Browns defensive tackles.
Is he?
Yes.
Statistically? Last year was he? Nope.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
He played the whole year, didn't he?
Yeah. But what I'm saying is
a bad team.
What I'm saying is if you look at all those 3 other defenses, their defense is nowhere near the Browns. The Browns, the Steelers, or the Ravens.
So Cincinnati had an injury-prone year. Now, either Baltimore's going to be healthy or Baltimore's going to have an injury-prone year. Cleveland was injury-prone, so
we've seen that.
We
beat all the odds.
Hopefully, we're healthy this year. And Pittsburgh,
it was beat up too.
They were beat up too. So only one wasn't beat up was the Ravens when they won the division. So this time, if the Ravens get beat up, especially Lamar lasted the season. He didn't last season. I mean, he lasted last season, but lasted the season before. They're going to be in trouble. Cleveland showed if Deshaun is not there, they can still ball. Yep. Cincinnati,
they was balling a little bit,
but they showed they had problems. No Burrow, you're going to have problems. In Pittsburgh, they almost made the playoffs.
They did make the playoffs.
That's right. They did make the playoffs.
They squeaked in.
We're playing quarterback rally.
Yeah. You were quarterback. No, you quarterback. No, yeah. It was just
like the Browns, though. So, I think Cincinnati is not going to be the one to be unhealthy this year. I think they'll be the third best. So I think they'll be the third best. I think it's going to be somebody else that takes the 4.
All right. Well, I like I said, I think Cincinnati will be I'm not saying offensively,
right.
Defensively, I think that's going to be the Achilles
But
heel.
You remember the year before, that division with Dallas and the Redskins, almost all 4 of them made the playoffs. With this, it's a possibility with this scenario.
They could still make the playoffs.
The North,
I'm just saying, I think
North does well.
I just think Cincinnati will be last in that division.
I mean, it's a possibility. In the division.
Yeah, I ain't say that they wasn't gonna be good.
But yeah, it's a possibility that all these North teams could be the first, have 4 teams in the playoffs.
Oh, okay, so it says, do you think the Browns will make it to the playoffs again? Yeah, for sure. I think the Browns will make it to the playoffs
for sure.
Just off the strength of their defense, and we ain't talking offense yet. They can still make it on the offense. I'm just saying off the strength of their
Yeah,
defense and the way they played, most definitely.
Yeah, I think so.
I really think we can. So let's talk about the NFL free agency, and it began today with some of the unrestricted free agents, right?
Right.
All right. So then we got Russell Wilson signing with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Then we got the 49ers. They want to release Armstead because he declined to take a pay cut. Then Jacksonville ended up signing Mitch Morse to a 2-year deal. You got T. Higgins took a franchise tag, but he wants to be traded from the Bengals. Then you got Michael Pittman. He's want to sign his 3-year contract with the Colts, right? And then the Bears just signed 3 years, $24 million with DeAndre Swift, which the Eagles released. And we'll get to the Eagles in a minute and tell you who they got. Titans signed ex-Cowboy running back Tony Pollard to a 3-year, $24 million contract.
Wow. He replaces, what's his name?
Yeah, Derrick Henry.
But Pollard's injury prone, so they're going to need him back.
So the Vikings got a edge rusher from the Texans, Jonathan Greenyard, for a 4-year, $76 million deal. The Raiders got defensive.
You said the Redskins?
No, the Vikings.
I mean, the Vikings. They're in the Redskins. That's good.
The ex-Texans pass rusher, Jonathan Greenyard.
Vikings, they need help.
So the Raiders signed defensive tackle Christian Wilkins. That's big. 4-year, $110 million.
The Raiders are bums. They ain't doing nothing.
They're not bums. Jaguars signing ex-Bill receiver Gabe Davis. Now that's big because now
Gabe Davis is only prone. He's injury prone.
Right, but they replacing what's his name that they traded for? Ridley.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. So really, but did you see what happened to the Packers? They released Aaron Jones and they signed Josh Jacobs.
Jones is what we were talking about. Hey, we could sign Aaron Jones. That's big to sign Josh Jacobs.
That is.
Only difference is Josh Jacobs is injury prone too.
He is, but
Aaron Jones
he's a little bit more durable though.
Well, but Josh Jacobs went from 1,600 yards to minus 800 yards next season. So he wasn't that productive last year. Aaron Jones ended the year
productive,
gangbuster.
But Josh Jacobs had big games. He just wasn't healthy.
Same thing. Aaron Jones did not help, but Aaron Jones did finish the year out.
Yeah.
So I guess they wasn't Josh Jacobs. I don't know.
So Captain Kirk Cousins.
And another thing too. We're going from Oakland and Vegas, where it's warm. And now he going to where it's cold in Green Bay.
We'll see.
So
we got Captain Kirk Cousins agrees to a 4-year, $180 million deal with the Atlanta Falcons.
We thought Fields might go there.
But guess what? That actually fits that Falcons because he can open up the game. He got Pitts. He loved tight ends. He loved to throw the tight ends. Yeah. He got a legit running back, probably the best running back with Bijan Robinson. Yeah. Then he got Drake London.
He ain't got no defense.
They can build on that. They get that through the draft and some more free agencies. I think they could. So the Eagles got rid of DeAndre Swift, but picked up Saquon Barkley for 3 years.
Ooh.
$37.75 million.
Now, if they keep Scott,
but they ain't even worried about Scott.
Well, I'm just saying you keep. Well, they ran 3 running backs there, so Barkley's injury.
Barkley's going to be the man.
Barkley's injury prone though, so
right.
If you keep Scott and what was the other back that they had?
Oh, yeah, you talking about the other guy?
Yeah, he was their second back.
Yeah, he was nice.
So if they keep those two, they're gonna need him because Barkley.
Yeah, he's gonna get nicked up.
He's gonna get nicked up. So that wasn't their problem though. That wasn't Philly's problem though. The backfield, they had a nice backfield.
That kind of was because it was kind of carouseling because Swift really wasn't injured.
The defense was the problem last year,
but the offense they wasn't running the ball properly though. So now you got a dual threat guy. He can run the ball and catch it, right? So that gives Hurts an extra person, an extra target.
I mean, Barkley's a dog, of course.
Yeah, but I'm saying now you could throw it to him. You could throw a dump, a screen to him, and he's gone.
Yeah,
he's a guy that could take it to the house.
I mean, Philly was disappointed because they started out with that great record, and then they just
Because the defense, like you said, their defense, they losing pieces from the defense now.
So the question is, where the defense going to be?
But we know the NFC has all the worst quarterbacks in the division.
They certainly do.
And then the AFC is just cluttered and loaded with just the elite quarterbacks.
So it's like it's the defenses that's going to matter in the AFC.
Yep.
Because everybody's almost got a quarterback. And as we saw the Browns, when the defense failed the Browns in the playoffs, their offense didn't do crap.
So the Panthers, I'm sorry, not the Panthers.
Jaguars.
So the Eagles signed, you talking about defense, they signed defensive end Bryce Huff to a 3-year, $51 million deal with the Eagles. So they kind of took it did on the edge. And then you got the Panthers, they signed an offensive lineman, Robert Hunt, to a 5-year deal, $100 million contract. These offensive linemen are important to every single team.
The Panthers,
they needed that though.
To protect their quarterback.
They needed that.
And they really, the Panthers need a lot. I mean,
they do, but they need a line first.
You need a line, but is the line going to make a difference?
You got to have time to throw.
5'11" quarterback.
You got to have time to throw, though.
That ain't big.
He ain't had time to throw. At least let him see, can he throw the ball?
Okay, so give him time to throw. He still ain't big. He's still small.
Right? I'm just saying, let's see what he can do with a line. If you can't do nothing with a line, then, get rid of him.
Well, I mean, the thing was, you put him in college. You put the best lineman in college football around him, so he looked good.
Well, you got to put the best. Size. You got to put the best lineman around him in the NFL.
But they ain't got time to build that line like that because they need other pieces.
Sometimes you got to have a coach like Bill Callahan.
Then once again, you got a Hall of Fame. He played for a Hall of Fame coach in college.
Yeah.
So now he ain't got a Hall of Fame coach. He ain't got no Hall of Fame line. And you got to look at it. He had 5-star receivers. Look what he had. He had all the pieces he needed in college.
So he had a plethora.
Now he doesn't.
Right.
So it's now, is he a system quarterback?
System.
Is a game changer? Looks like he's system.
Looks like he's system. Packers signed safety Xavier McKinney. That's from the Buffalo, right? Yeah. No, the Giants.
Giants.
Yeah. So he came from the Giants. Now he's signing with the Packers.
So what failed the Packers last year? It wasn't the defense. The defense played well.
I'll tell you what failed them. It probably was the defense.
No, you remember he wasn't named through interception. They gave him last drive.
I mean, but they still scored on the defense. So maybe
that was 49ers. So we talking about.
Yeah, but I'm saying maybe they felt like they need some more help on the defense. Like, okay, our defense is here, but we could get better. Now we're not saying that the Packers is terrible.
Maybe.
We're not saying that they're terrible. Yeah. We're just saying like, okay, let's take an extra.
Maybe they should have gone receiver because they didn't have no big time receiver. Yeah, he was coming around. The young guys coming around. But.
So Devin Singletary goes to the Giants.
Giants need everything.
And then the Raiders signed Gardner Minshew as a backup right now.
That ain't gonna help. Right?
Austin Eckler is now playing for the Commanders.
He ain't got no quarterback over there.
Who's that? What's the guy you like over there?
Who?
The quarterback
for the Commanders.
Yeah, you say you like him, don't you?
The Commanders quarterback.
Yeah, you say you like him.
How?
Yeah, you say you like how?
Yeah, I like him. He ain't.
I don't like him.
He needs some pieces. He needs some more pieces. He can throw the rock.
I don't know, man. I ain't gonna say I don't like him. He just do nothing for me.
He can throw the rock.
It's like watching paint dry on the walls.
He has some good games. He can throw the rock. We'll see. He lost a lot of pieces last year. So he's got McLaren. They lost his back now, but now he's got another back. Dual threat back. We got to get another back, and he can throw the rock. So, we'll see. I mean, look at that division. He's the third best quarterback in the division because the Giants, Daniel Jones ain't doing nothing.
So I think they say Gibson left the Commanders to go to the Patriots, if I ain't mistaken. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I think they said Gibson left.
He's thinking about signing with the Patriots because he ain't signed with them yet.
Oh yeah, no, they said it just ain't on here.
He did sign.
They said he's signing with the Patriots.
He's signing with Patriots. Don't even know who his quarterback gonna be.
Yeah. Oh, we forgot about Baker Mayfield. He signed, and
Baker Mayfield
and the receiver both signed, so they'll be both back.
Who, Evans?
Yeah. So
they kept that combination there. Evans,
smart.
How long Evans been in the league though? He's getting old.
He's going to retire there. He's going to retire. But
so Evans came out with he came
Odell,
out with
right?
Johnny. He came out with Johnny Football.
A little bit before Odell, like 2 or 3 years.
He came out with Johnny Football.
Yeah.
So Johnny came out around 2016.
Yep.
So it's about 8 years.
Yep.
Yeah, he's getting up there.
So Evans, he'll probably retire, but most likely.
So he's still dogging, but you probably don't have the same speed he had. So he's going more in possession.
But he still
like
can
Julio
catch.
Jones.
Yeah, he still can catch.
Yeah, like Julio Jones.
Julio, that's a whole different. Like, what happened? Like, why did he try to come back with the Eagles? Like, that was a failed experiment. Just retire at this point. And then you see Mac Jones got traded for a 6th-round pick. They just let you know how they feel about
Come on, everybody knew Mac Jones was system, played at Alabama, great coaching, had 5-star receivers, 5-star linemen.
We all knew that.
And 5-star running backs. And
he blew it last year.
He had a chance to show he was not a system player.
And he blew it last year.
He didn't blow it. But we knew it because his coach wouldn't even let him throw the rock.
Yeah. What you think about Chris Jones getting that fat contract? $100 million guarantee.
And Chris Jones is an anchor behind that Kansas City defense.
Without him, it ain't no defense.
There ain't no defense there.
They figured that out, huh?
Shoot.
Because they was about to lose him, wasn't they?
Yeah.
But what about
we knew they were gonna let Chris Jones go nowhere, man.
But what about defensive tackle Fletcher retiring? Fletcher Cox.
Cox been around a while.
Yeah, but he still was productive too.
He was, but he's been around.
Yeah. It's cool.
It's cool.
He'll be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Philly get more players.
They will.
I ain't crying over them.
No, they not. So what you think about Bobby Wagner, man?
I don't think the 49ers will let him get away.
You mean Seahawks?
Oh, Seahawks. That's the other Wagner.
Yeah, I'm talking about Bobby.
It's time for him to retire.
You think so?
Yeah, Bobby Wagner been around a while now.
I think he's still got some usage left.
Yeah.
He can fit in somebody's system defense.
Second safety now?
Linebacker. He's a linebacker.
I thought he was safety.
Nah.
Oh.
Never played safety.
Linebacker.
Remember he was in Legion of Boom, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's been a while with Russell.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But he's still playing. He's still playing at a good level though.
I guess that remind me of what the Steelers linebacker he played all them years.
I think he's gonna leave Seahawks and probably go to the the rival by probably. But that's what most of them do. They go to their rivals. They leave and then they go to their rivals.
So he can stop the run now, but he ain't gonna be able to cover it.
So what are the Browns gonna do with JOK? Then you gotta pay him, right?
We're gonna sign JOK. He's the anchor behind our.
You gotta pay him though.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you need to pay him,
Restructure his contract, paying. We got the money.
He's still in the rookie contract. So now we gotta. He's coming up to be paid now. Almost. I think this is his time to get paid.
They'll pay.
I think we should do it now before he asks for too much.
Pay him before he asks for too much. They'll pay him.
Yeah, take care of him now.
Take care of him now.
That way you won't lose him. And then you got Buffalo. Buffalo lost about 4 guys on defense.
Yeah, Buffalo's in trouble. They think.
Yeah.
But Buffalo's missed their window.
They did.
They missed their window.
A couple times.
Yeah, they missed it.
Yeah, they missed a couple times.
That's why Cleveland got to get going because we about to miss our window.
Yep.
We're about to miss our window. And we need to get a linebacker to go with JOK.
You're right. So do you think Cleveland will get a linebacker in the draft?
I think we'll get a linebacker either 3rd or 4th round. Get the receiver in the 2nd. Yeah, we'll get a linebacker 3rd or 4th round, or edge rusher, or depending on what we get in free agency. If we get the defensive tackle in free agency, then we don't need to get him in the 3rd or 4th round.
So we don't need a receiver technically now.
We do. We still
do need a receiver.
Because Judy is on an expiring contract.
But you got next year. I mean, who's it? Do you have a top tier receiver you can get in the second round? That's the question you got to ask yourself.
Yes.
So if you can, what if he's gone? Then what?
If they're in the second round, there should be some top.
I'm just saying,
receivers.
what if they're gone? I'm just giving you a scenario.
They're not going to be gone.
But what if they're gone?
Maybe the one you want might be gone, but there's some. I mean, look, everybody's running spreads. Their receivers, dime a dozens.
Okay, so football. Well, you don't need to get one in the second. Then that's what you're saying.
Well, you do need to get in the second because
you said it was the dime a dozen.
The second round is where you're going to find either your first rounder that slipped.
I don't think they're going to get another receiver.
Got a good second round. They got to.
I don't think they will. I don't think they get another receiver in the second round.
Well, the only thing is, remember, Jerry Jeudy has suspect hands. So
true.
If they don't, then that means they're satisfied with Jerry.
I think they're satisfied with Jeudy for one reason. I think they know then you got to work on that defense still. The defense is good, but you seen it happen in the playoffs.
You need
we need depth in that safety.
Well, we safety.
Yeah, safety.
You need edge rusher.
But safety showed it.
And linebacker.
Look, they got roasted in the playoffs. Did you see that?
So what were Kansas City safeties?
They system safeties. And look at it. Just think about it. They got to sit
Kansas City,
and they showed up.
Kansas City's front line.
Guess what? They front line showed up. Our front line didn't show up.
That was it. It was Kansas City's front line.
But our people didn't show up.
Right.
Bottom line.
So we need another D tackle. And we need another linebacker.
But our defensive player of the year did not show up.
No.
That's what I'm saying. He did not show up. So therefore, you still got to have those good players just in case that guy don't show up.
Well, you got to have – that's right. You need to –
That's what I'm saying. We don't have depth, though. We got to have some more depth back there. Get another safety. You seen what happened to Delpit? He got injured again.
It's offense. So we saw Mahomes, not a great defense, one with offense. This league is built on offense.
It is, but guess what? They played the best defense in the playoffs. Just think about it. Everybody they played did not score that many.
The best defense did not even win. That was 49ers.
No, the best defense.
Best defense was
on paper, yeah. But the
only problem is they faced the best quarterback
and the best defense in the playoffs. I'm just saying, all that stuff is out the window.
Kansas City was not the best defense in the playoffs.
Who was better than them?
It was the Browns and it was the Ravens. But the only problem is
the Browns.
It was the Browns. The Ravens had the best defense in the playoffs.
No, they didn't. Browns. They'll still be playing. They would have made it to the Super Bowl if they had the best defense.
They did.
They did not.
But they didn't show up. So what you would say?
So you can't say they had the best defense in the playoffs.
So you saying because Mahomes, if Mahomes did not win, you would still say Mahomes was the best quarterback?
He was the best quarterback.
Well, that's right.
But what I'm trying to say is his defense did not let nobody score either. Look what he did to Lamar. Look what he did to who else they played. Who else they played besides Lamar? Whoever else they played, look what they did. Those teams did not score that many points. That's what I said. They had the best defense in the playoffs. I'm not saying in the season. In the playoffs, they had the best defense.
Now, the offense that they did not want to see was the Browns' offense.
I mean, of course.
So they didn't get tested by the real offense other than Buffalo.
And Buffalo gave them a test.
But the only problem is that Buffalo
they missed the field goal.
They missed the field goal.
That's what killed them.
That's what killed them.
Exactly.
That's right. So Buffalo's defense didn't hurt them. It was their special team.
Yeah. Exactly.
So if your offense,
but they were scoring back and forth.
Yes. So once again, Buffalo's offense, it was the offense that made the difference.
It was. And then, but guess what?
I think
and that teach you a lesson.
Offense,
and that teach you a lesson. Don't go for the 3. Go for the win.
Go for the win. So now, if our offensive line hadn't had the holes that it had, would we and we had if we had Chubb, would that defense really have made that much of a difference?
Probably not.
No.
But like you said, we had probably the worst injuries in the NFL and still managed to win 11 games.
That's right.
So that just shows you that it was the defense that actually saved us.
The defense saved us. Our defense is not really the problem.
It's not. It's the offense.
It's the offense.
Because if the defense don't play if we've seen it just happen, if the defense don't play a good game, then the offense look like trash cans.
That's right. Because Flacco did what he did all year.
He did. He played the same way. He played the same way.
The defense held it down.
And he did.
And
he couldn't score on the defense.
He couldn't score him, so those two didn't hurt. In the second half, Flacco did his thing. This time,
it backfired.
It backfired. Because the defense, instead of holding it down at 14-10, let it get away. And so after Flacco threw 2 picks in a row, game was over. But you know, 2 pick sixes in a row. But you know, Mahomes ain't throwing 2 pick sixes in a row.
He ain't throwing a pick six.
He ain't throwing no pick six.
So you already know what it is.
So you already know. That's right.
I just feel, like I said, in the playoffs, they had the best defense. And I ain't say they were the best defense overall.
Okay.
I'm just saying in the playoffs.
So as the playoff goes, they had the best defense.
I mean, they showed
definitely because they won.
Yeah, they showed that they had the best defense.
The defense held it down.
Yeah, I ain't say they was like the Ravens. I ain't say they was like the two whatever when the Ravens won the Super Bowl. Right. I didn't say that. I'm just saying they had the best defense.
Well, let's see
in the playoffs.
See what Andy Reid does to shore up the Kansas City Chiefs. See if it's defense or offense. I bet you he's going to shore up with his receiving core.
Of course. They just proved
get that defense.
They just proved
offense.
They just proved that they could win with bums if they want to.
That's right.
I'm just saying he just proved like
I can win with bummy receivers.
As long as I got my safety net.
But that's the Brady syndrome.
As long as I got Kelsey, that's Gronkowski.
That's the Brady formula.
Yeah.
Brady
but it's on steroids though.
One with trash receivers.
But Mahomes
journeyman running back.
Mahomes is like Brady on steroids.
Brady won with trash receivers. Makeshift Band-Aid running backs, but he had a good defense.
But I'm saying Mahomes is like Brady on steroids right now because he can run.
Yeah,
Brady couldn't do that.
No, Brady couldn't do that. Brady.
That's what makes Mahomes a little bit more dangerous.
That's what makes it a lot more dangerous.
Yeah, a lot more dangerous.
And he got a stronger. And he got a cannon.
And he could throw it anywhere.
Brady didn't have it.
And he could throw it anywhere.
Was accurate.
Yeah.
So Mahomes got a cannon. He's accurate. He can throw left, right, and he can run on you.
He can throw on the down the field. He can throw on the opposite side.
He's a total package. Yes. That's right. So that's what makes Mahomes so damn dangerous.
And he's young.
So
he still got time to catch him.
Yeah.
He already got 3 rings already.
I think he's gonna catch him.
You think he is?
Yeah. If he lasts 20 years, he's gonna catch him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
23 years.
All you got to do is win one every.
Catch him for sure. One every other year.
Yeah, or one every 3 years. He'll catch him.
Yeah, right now he win one every 3 years.
He'll catch him. You win one every because he already got 3.
Brady was almost like one every other year.
Yeah, because he got 3 right now. So if you win one every 3 years, he'll retire on top.
And Andy Reid can either stay around or not.
Oh, Andy Reid. Damn, we didn't think about that. He might be retired.
Andy Reid's getting up.
He's up there.
Yeah,
he's upper 60s.
But we know Mahomes can win with Andy Reid.
we know that.
We know that.
This is gonna be the next person to step in.
Next coach steps up.
It's gonna be the Tomlin effect.
And Mahomes
is gonna be the Tomlin effect.
Be the Tomlin effect.
Where Tomlin just stepped in, he ain't changed nothing. He just, you know what? Just give me the key.
Mahomes is the key.
That's all you need. Just like Ben.
Mahomes say, "Hey, let's do this. Let's do that." Okay, Mahomes.
Whatever you do,
whatever you want, is cool.
Matter of fact, we gonna get a defensive coach.
Pretty much is LeBron James effect. Whatever you say, LeBron.
It's like this. We're gonna get a defensive coach. We'll work on the defense.
Yeah, we're working on the defense.
We want to make an ultimate team at this point.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. You see that it was daylight earlier and it's nighttime now. But guess what? We appreciate y'all once again. tegmedia.org, tegmedia.org to catch the recap. Or matter of fact, you can go to JB Legacy Films too to check out the casting calls for the upcoming films. And if you want to get a commercial shot, movie done, short, or pilot, they got a little bug or something here, or whatever, we'll shoot it for you. You get a consultation. Anything else you want to say, Bruce?
Yeah, so we've got a lot coming out. So,
oh yeah, we got some other stuff.
Keep us up.
We got something else on the way, something big too. So on the book side, that's all we're gonna say on the book side. So we got a book coming out. We ain't gonna say what it is yet, but you'll see it drop. And it's not really, it's a book project that we got. So it's gonna be nice. Details later on, just not right now.
So stay tuned.
That's right. tegmedia.org.
Don't go nowhere.
All right, y'all. So we gone. Appreciate y'all. Stay safe. Be safe. Enjoy St. Patrick's Day if you believe in that. And we out of here. See you next Monday.
Peace.